Welcome to our PS Bane International School's online classes. Already we have finished our 4 lessons of science. Now we are going to start our new lesson, lesson number 5, acid, bases and salts. So are you ready? Yes. Before that, write the aim and the keywords of this session. So in this session, we are going to learn some sources, some examples and some properties of both acid and bases. Okay. So write the aim of this session to learn sources and properties of acid and base. Okay. So what are the acids, what are the bases that we will learn. But before that, write the aim, then keywords. So 3 keywords are there: acidic, basic and indicators. Okay, written aim and keywords. Yes. Now which things or which points we are going to discuss? You can see here what are acids, sources of acids, properties of acid. Same for bases, means what are bases, sources of bases and properties of bases. So this session or this lesson is very interesting lesson. Okay, as we have seen that many substances are present around us, like your popcorn, sugar, lemon, many fruits, many vegetables, some cold drinks are there, okay, milk, curd, many substances are present there. But can you tell me, do they have same taste? Means if sugar is sweet in taste, what about salt? Salt is also sweet in taste? No. Salt is salty. Means what? According to the test, we can classify the substances between acid and base. So first we will learn about acids. Okay, so first point of this session is about acids. So acids means generally sour in taste. Means if the substances are sour in taste, so that substances we can say that the examples of acids. Okay, sour means what? When you are eating or drinking that substances, we feel like sour. Okay, so generally acids are sour in taste. And this acid, that word acid is derived from a Latin word acid. Okay, ACERE. Understood the general information about acids? Whatever the substances that are sour in taste, we can say that substances are acids. Okay, means that substances are acidic in nature, and that word is derived from acid. Okay, so not only means that substances or that acidic substances are not laboratory substances. Okay, some acids are naturally present surrounding us. So what are that? You can see from this diagram. But before that, you have to complete table 5.1. Okay, already I have completed, but you have to write the test of each and every substance in front of that. Okay, understood? So see the lemon juice. Tell me the taste of lemon juice. Yes, lemon juice is sour in taste. Orange juice, that also sour in taste. Vinegar, have you drink that vinegar? Okay, that used in pickles, that is also sour in taste. Curd, sour in taste. Then your tamarind, that is imli, that is also sour in taste. Sugar, sweet. Common salt, salty. Amla, sour. Baking soda, bitter. Grapes, sour. Unripe mango, sour. But what about cucumber? Have you can you tell me the taste of cucumber? Now what you have to do, if at your home cucumber is available, you have to eat that and you have to tell me the taste. But can you tell me the taste of all substances? Can you tell me? No. Means if you don't know the substance or the properties of substance, you cannot eat that, you cannot take the test of that substance. Okay, that is the further part. But understood what you have to do? You have to complete table 5.1. So from that you can say that some substances are having sour, means sour taste, and some substances are having sweet or bitter in taste. But whatever the sour substances, they are known as acids. See, the natural acids means naturally they are present surrounding us. So you can see that the example is curd. Okay, in that curd which acid is present? So in curd lactic acid is present. Okay. Now I hope that you have know that experiment, okay, from milk to the curd. Okay, in milk we are adding pre-curd. Okay, then there are some bacteria, they are changes the milk, means they are converted the milk into curd. So which are that bacteria? Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus produce lactic acid, okay, that present in your curd. Understood? Okay, these are some natural acids. Then your lemon and orange, okay, means the citric fruits are there, citrus fruits, okay, that is also sour in taste. So in that citric acid is present. This is acetic acid. Okay, so acetic acid means what? Just go and open your refrigerator or see the jar of pickles, okay, and see the ingredients. You can see that vinegar or acetic acid. Okay, so that vinegar, or the scientific name or the chemical name of vinegar is acetic acid, that we use as a preservative. Preservative means what? Whatever the food is there, that if you want to take the enjoyment of that fruit, vegetables, some pickles throughout the season, then you can add that preservative in that food items. Okay, so you can take or eat that fruit throughout the year, or that food items. So that is acetic acid. Next one is carbonic acid, that present in carbonated water. Okay, what is the carbonated water? Your Pepsi, Coca-Cola, these are the carbonated water. In that carbonic acid is present. Understood? Next one, that is your amla. Do you know amla? Yes, we are eating that. So in that amla, ascorbic acid is present. Okay. So you can see here the citric acid and the ascorbic acid both are different. Okay, means amla, lemon, oranges. Okay, some are citrus fruits. Okay, so amla, vitamin C is present. So whatever the fruits are there that are having vitamin C. Okay, so in that fruits which acid is present? Your ascorbic acid is present. Understood? Yes. Next one is your tartaric acid, that present in tamarind and grapes. Next, your oxalic acid, that present in tomato and spinach. And last one is your amino acid, okay, important substance that present in pulses. Okay, means these are the sources of proteins. Okay, protein is one of the nutrient, okay, that is important for our body. So all these are, you can see here, whatever the examples are here, like curd, lemon, orange, vinegar, carbonated water, amla, tamarind, grapes, tomato, spinach. Whatever the examples are there that I have drawn here, they are sour in taste, because particular acid is present in that food item. Okay, understood the natural acids? Okay, so here we have completed what are acids and sources of acids. Okay, many other examples are also there, like hydrochloric acid, but that acid we are making in laboratory. Okay, but these are the natural acid, means we are not making that. Okay, naturally present in these fruits, vegetables and other food items. Okay, so here we have completed what are acids and sources of acid. Understood what are acids? The substances which are generally sour in taste, that substances are known as acids. Okay, and the sources you can write, these natural sources are also there or some laboratory sources are also there. Now we will go towards our properties of acids. Let's start the properties of acids. As we have learned that the acids are sour in taste, okay, and many things are there that contains acids. But write or pay attention towards the properties of acids. Okay, so this is the important part of acids. Okay, if you don't know the properties of acids, okay, you cannot understand the concept of acids, bases and indicators. Okay, so you have to learn these properties carefully. So first property of acid is that acids are sour in taste, as we have learned previously. Okay, the next one is that acids dissolve in water. Now dissolve means what? Acids can mix in water properly. Okay, if we are adding water in acid, that solution is known as dilute solution. Okay, but we have to take one precaution is that acids are there. Okay, normally you know that some acids are very strong, some acids are very weak. Whatever the strong acids are there, they can destroy paper, wood, metal or our skin also. Correct? And that's why if you want to add water in acid, you have to add that water slowly with constant stirring. Understood? Okay. So acids are dissolved in water. That is the second property of acids. Next one, acids are very corrosive in nature. Okay. Corrosive means what? Have you seen the Chhapak movie? Okay. The Deepika Padukone movie is there. Okay. So acids can burn our skin also. That much acid is very strong. Now corrosive means what? When the metals are react with oxygen, that process is known as corrosion. Okay. And acids are corrosive in nature means what? They can destroy the things in which we are keeping that acids. And that's why we cannot keep acids in metal containers. Because acids can react with metals and can destroy or corrode that metal. And that's why we are keeping acids in glass containers. Okay. Maybe you have observed our science lab. Whatever the acids are there, okay, they are kept in, means whatever diluted, concentrated, they are kept in glass containers. Understood the third property of acids? Acids are very corrosive in nature. Next one, acids conduct electricity. Conduct electricity means what? From that acidic solution, electricity or current can pass. Understood? The small properties are there. Okay. And the last one is that the important that actually we are going to learn, acids turns blue litmus red. Now what is the litmus? Okay. We have learned in keywords. One word is there, that is indicator. Okay. So in next session we will learn about that indicators, but just learn that or keep in mind whatever acids are there that turns blue litmus into red. Means actually there is a color change that we will see in our next session. But understood the properties of acids? Okay, what we have learned? What are acids? Sources of acid and properties of acids. Okay, you can see here. Now what you have to do? You have to write a short note on properties of acids. I have given the properties in short. but you have to write that properties in details. Means about the sour in test, dissolve in water, corrosive nature, conduct electricity and turns the blue litmus red. So with the help of this point you have to write the properties of acids in detail. So I hope that you have understand the acid part. Now we will go towards our bases. Okay. As I have written here, what are bases? Okay. So acids are sour in test. Opposite to that, the bases means the substances that are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. Now soapy means what? If you want to check that, okay, make a solution of water and baking soda and rub that solution on your hand. Go and take shampoo and just rub on your hand, okay. That all the substances we feel as a soapy on touch, means that slippery in nature. So the substances that are bitter in taste and soapy on touch are known as our bases. Understood? Okay. Acids are very sour in taste and bases are bitter in taste. Okay. So these are some sources I have written here. Means these are some examples of bases. So you can see the lime water. In that lime water, calcium hydroxide is present. Okay. So you can see here. Next one, ammonium hydroxide. Now whatever I have written here, you can see hydroxide or bicarbonate. Means there is something difference in between acid and bases. There is a difference between the structure of acid and bases. Okay. So ammonium hydroxide that we found in window cleaner. You know that choline and all that we are used to clean our windows, doors or some glass surfaces. So in that ammonium hydroxide is present, that is also a base. Next one, sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So you can check that these ingredients are present in the soap or not. Okay. You have to take any soap and you have to check the ingredients. So you can find the sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide that present in soap. Then milk of magnesia. In that magnesium hydroxide base we can find. And last one, that is baking soda, in which sodium bicarbonate is present. So all these are the sources or the examples of bases which are bitter in taste and soapy on touch. But again there are some properties. Now I have written here, okay, the natural acids, then these kind of bases. But can you take test of all these substances? Can you take test of soap? Can you take test of Harpic and other, that means the things that we are using for washing purposes? Okay, we cannot take that test, and that's why we are using some indicators. We are going to learn some natural indicators. Okay, but before that we will finish the acid and bases part, because you have to learn the distinguish or the differences between acid and bases. So these are some examples or the sources of bases. You can see the textbook page number 50. Already one table is given that you have to write in your notebook. Okay, here written name of acid, name of base, and that's found in which food substance or in which substances, okay, other substances. So you can see here, and that table you have to write in your notebook, and you have to learn that names of acid and names of bases, and not only the names of acid and bases, in which thing they can found, that also you have to learn. Okay, so what are bases and sources of bases we have completed. Now we will go towards our properties of bases. Okay, see the properties of bases. Okay, first property is that about test. Okay, acids are Sari test. Properties of bases. The first one is the bases are beaten in test. Okay, but it is not possible to take the test of all basic substances. Okay, the substances in which the acids are present, they are acidic in nature. Okay, they are acidic. If the acids are present and if the substances are bases, okay, so that is in basic nature. Okay, so don't confuse between acidic and bases. The easy term is here. Next one, the bases are soapy in touch. Okay, as we have learned. Okay, soapy means the slippery. Okay. Next, when the bases are added in acid. Okay. Have you experienced the acidity, or your mother or father was saying that the acidity, about the acidity? If the acidity is there, we are taking some tablets or some syrup. Means that syrup is actually known as antacid. Okay, antacid means what? Actually base is there. Okay, acidity means what? Acid, because of acid. When we are taking antacid, actually we are taking base. When base and acid we are adding, so that base or that antacid cancel the action of acid. Okay, means neutralize, the balance condition is there. So when the base is added in the acid, there is a formation of salt and water. Okay, the lesson is about acid, bases and salts. Means there is a connection of salt with the acid and bases. Because when we are adding bases with acids, there is a formation of salt and the byproduct is water. So that reaction or that things we will see in neutralization part. Okay. And the last one is that in the properties of bases, whatever the bases are there, they are actually hydroxide of metals. Now hydroxide means what? See the examples of acids. In acids, oxygen is present. Okay, when the elements of oxygens are present in acids. But in case of bases, either oxygen, okay, or oxygen plus hydrogen. Okay, we have learned that calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide means what? There are either oxygen or oxygen along with hydrogen. Okay, so I hope that you have understand what are the bases and what are the acids. So here we have completed our first session where we have learned about what are acids. Okay, so we will just revise the things that we have learned in this session. First we have learned what are acids. The substances which are Sari test are known as acids. Then the sources of acid. Okay, some natural acid or some laboratory acids are there. Then the properties of acids we have learned. Then we have learned about the bases which are beaten in test and soapy on touch. Then we have learned the sources of bases. So that sources part you can get from your table 5.1. Okay, here on page number 50. So that sources you will get from your textbook and the properties of bases that I have written here. As there is a homework of a note on properties of acid, you have to write the properties of bases also in your notebook. Understood? So here we have completed the revision, okay, of the session 1. Still stay home, stay safe and thank you.